It's Wednesday! And today, while I answer, I'm just going to call you Gardneveros because I can't remember how to pronounce your name. I am sorry. Syrian? I really don't know, I'm sorry. To answer Gardneveros' question, I'm going to discuss my political views. And I actually thought of doing this a while ago, before John announced that he was going to eat more Peeps. But, I've decided to, even though he's going to break it when he has to eat like 100, I have Peeps. And I couldn't find any chickens, which is minorly upsetting because they're smaller. But I have Peeps, and I'm going to eat at least 13, and I'm probably going to have to go like throw up afterwards. But I think I'm going to start with pink. And my political views, I'm pretty sure it would just fall under the category of liberalism, because, well, I don't think socialism, I don't think our country is capable of, like, at all, because Americans are greedy and ridiculous and just kind of stupid, because communism is based on socialism. I mean, communism, everyone is equal in all aspects. Like, no one owns anything, the government owns anything and distributes it based on need. So everyone will be equal. Which doesn't leave any room for, like, fiscal growth. And Americans, and just human beings in general, like having more money and more material possessions and more class than others. That's just the way people are. And communism doesn't allow for that, which is why it doesn't work. Because it doesn't allow for that class difference, which the poor people, and the, in the lower classes, won't mind the evenness. But the rich people are going to be like, what the heck is this? And I kind of feel the same. The thing with communism is it would work in a perfect world. If we lived in a perfect world, communism would be an excellent form of government. I feel the same way about anarchy. Because America is not capable of having anarchy. Because, well, we don't live in a perfect world, and people would take it to mean they could just do whatever, and they wouldn't take it as not having a controlling government. They would take it as, okay, we can do whatever the heck we want. And crime rates would soar, and people just go out and take whatever they wanted. Because that's the way Americans would address it, and we're just not capable of handling with that. Like, we need the government to at least have some control. Like, it can't just be like a figurehead. The government can't be a figurehead like the monarchs in England are just figureheads in a country really run by parliament. We actually have to have a functional government. I'm not going to be able to eat all these. Which, I guess the best sort of category for me would be liberalism, which is kind of a balance between libertarianism and socialism, which is kind of a balance between the negative rights, like the right to not have to do this, or how does this website define it? They had a really good definition. Negative rights, the right to not have certain things done to you, such as being killed or being robbed. Which I agree that there should definitely be some rights like that. But then social focuses on more positive rights, like the right to have food and healthcare and all that stuff. And I do believe there needs to be a balance of those. Because I mean, take a country like Canada that has free healthcare, you know, and free college for citizens and everything. It's such a better place than America. And then you can look at what Canada has on the news, and that's a completely different story, but let me tell you, there is not a bunch of murder cases on the news in Canada. They don't show that, and it doesn't influence people to do it. But liberalism, the two main like principles of it are that each person is to have an equal right to the most extensive basic liberties compatible with liberties for others. Like, the freedom and negative rights should be equal, and there should be as much freedom and opportunity as possible, which still says that you can try and do whatever you want as long as it's with not encroaching on the liberties of others. And the second one is social and economic inequalities are arranged so that they are both reasonably expected to be everyone's advantage and attached to positions and offices open to all. All inequalities should be avoided if possible, unless they benefit everyone. Which I definitely agree with, because people say that everyone is benefited by the banning of certain things. And I am definitely really liberal. Like, I think drugs should be legalized, gay marriage should be legalized, and honestly, if you can if the husband can support all of them, I don't have any problem with polygamy as long as the husband can support all of the wives. Like, I just don't. It's like, if you can support all of your 8 wives, I don't care. Marry 8 women. That's completely up to you. And I think there should be, like, some gun control laws. Like, I don't think convicted murderers or, like, other felons should be allowed to have guns. But, like, your average person, if they're, I don't know what the age is, but it's probably 18, can have a gun. Go ahead and give them a gun if they qualify. But, and I'm definitely not, I do think people should have the right to have a gun. I think it's perfectly ridiculous that people can say, no one is allowed to have guns. But, and this is gonna cut me off. And I want to start over. I can't start over. And that's pretty much my views, and I do not like war. I think war is the most ridiculous thing people have ever invented. I need to eat faster. Yeah, that's pretty much. I hate war. And I can do this. I am definitely in favor of the legalization of gay marriage. That's one of my big, like, issues. It really bothers me that it's not legal. And what else? That's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna eat marshmallow. So yeah, I fall under the category of liberalism, and I definitely have very, very liberal views. This is really disgusting. The only real problem I have with a lot of things is that people expect everything to work when they set it in motion. And nothing is going to work perfectly. Like, you're still gonna have people, nothing can be fair for everyone the first time around. You're still gonna have people that have issues with something. I'm almost at 13. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. It's like, no one's gonna understand the first time around. And yeah, so have a good week. This is my 13th peep. I can officially say that I can eat more than 12 and a half. And I feel like I'm gonna throw up, but you can. I'm just gonna cut this off. Shit. Oh. Am I supposed to curse? Sorry. So, liberalism would definitely be my political views, and I apologize again, Gardenaveros, for not being able to pronounce your name. Yeah. Yeah, I'm done now. I've eaten 13 peeps, and I feel like I'm gonna vomit. But don't forget to be awesome. Have a good week.